You ready? Virtual reality app. Oh my God. This index right there. And everything fell apart.
Yeah.
It's time to start another beautiful day in paradise. Okay. Cool. You know, it's interesting when people ask me like, what do I do, or what's my title, whatever. Oftentimes it depends on the person. I'll change what I say. But most of the time I say like, oh yeah, I'm a full-time prototyper. And they're like, what? And like, I prototype things full-time. And they're like, what? And I have to like go more detail. So I have a YouTube channel and this thing, YouTube, what is that? YouTube's this platform where you can make videos. You can make money. And it's like, it never ends. But other times I'm just like, I'm a software engineer. And then, oh, okay, cool. And it's over, you know, nice and quick and easy. But I really don't know what the title is. I don't know what to call it. I really don't. All right, it's time to get back to work. Okay. So the plan for today is to create a virtual reality app. Now, this is something that I've been thinking about for a while. It's inspired by this application that I used to use a lot when I was a kid called Adobe Flash. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. Popular websites like Newgrounds.com and Armor Games used to be filled with Adobe apps using Flash. So we can be the first ones to try and essentially recreate the old school Adobe Flash into VR. I'm talking like with the whole frames and you know, the primitive shapes and all that stuff, and create some VR animations. I have no idea like what's gonna come of this, but that's part of the exciting part. So that's what we're doing today. Let's jump into this and see what happens. Fix this. If this doesn't fix it, then I need to post in the comments this right now. Parenting will be done. Onion skinning is next important. Check this out. This is not what you want. You do not want this flickering. I'm already getting sick. So it still works. Like I can walk up to this thing and I can grab it and it still works, but that flickering is a problem. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. What is that? Okay, I have to reconfigure this garden. It's a lot. Bear with me. So far I'm having a problem with the screen flashing because I'm trying to use a really easy and fancy rendering pipeline, but it's not going so well. So I think I'm gonna have to revert back to like one of their older rendering pipelines. But beyond that, I don't really know what the plan is. That is the wonderful world of development. You kind of look one step ahead, really. Okay, cool. I'll be right back. Create UI. Failure. Why? Let's go to the room so we can see together. Let me see. The flashing has stopped. Go into library. Oh, would you look at that? The flashing has stopped. All right. So let's get to some development, huh? Software engineering is like the wild, wild west oftentimes, you know, like there will be many times where you're the first one to step out into this territory. Like I can create anything I want with this skill of software engineering. I can create a movie if I want to. I can create software. I can create a tool. I can create a VR tool about like animating and stuff. I can create a social media app. You know, I can do anything. I love it. It's not making it. And now nothing shows up. For some reason, the controllers are bugging out. I guess back to the drawing board, huh? This makes no sense. The screen didn't show it.
So let me show you the change that I made. If you're interested to see the change that I made, check this out. Be bewildered. So right here in Unity, this is what I want to see, right? Only change that I made is these, what is this, 6 cubes? I just disabled them. That's the only thing I did. I just said, I don't want to see you anymore, and everything fell apart. How's life? Yeah. I mention it all the time to people around, like, yeah, like, it usually follows after, like, yeah, I just stayed up for 48 hours working on this thing. I'm like, what, you're crazy? And I'm like, oh yeah, I have an addiction. But they think I'm joking. I'm not joking at all. Like, I really do. I used to even skip meals. Like, I didn't eat, not intentionally. It's just like, I was working on something super fun. I just need to finish this last little thing, right? It's already like 2 a.m. I look up, it's like 6 a.m, the sun's rising. And this is like not a one-day thing. This is like every day, back to back to back. And then I go home, I sleep, don't log how long I sleep. Usually ends up being like 5-6 hours, but after a while of doing that, like over and over and over, it just feels normal. There was a period where I would just like out of nowhere just get like headaches and just have to lay down for hours, like 3-4 hours, just lay down. And you know, it was like, well, I could go to the doctor, or I could just like lay down and hopefully it goes away so I can continue working on this thing, right? And after a while of like going through stuff like that, it's like, yes, this is an addiction. It is detrimental to my health. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I think after many grueling hours of working with the VR headset, I think we're finally in a place where we can give this to some friends and family and have them try out the actual Flash VR app. I'm a proud father. I hope the bugs don't make this experience too bad for most of them. But let's try and get some people to try this thing out. Let's do this.
I've always been a big fan. Like, I've been following the tech, but never used it.
I'm gonna walk you through it like in depth in a second, but for now, you can reach out and then with these buttons on the inside, you can grab. If you like put your controller onto the black capsule and hold that, you'll like grab it, you can move it around.
Okay.
And you make slight adjustments and keep it going.
Awesome. Yes. Okay, now I see that's showing you the pass frame. Okay. Cool. And then okay, yeah.
You're one of our guinea pigs, so whatever you make, it's gonna make us happy.
Wait, this isn't getting smaller now.
Yeah, but this is all good feedback. Like watching you play with it, I can figure out, you know, what's not intuitive, what's supposed to be intuitive. Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to change the shape, you grab it, and then look up at the blackboard, the second one, and you want to press this index right there, and you'll see that it'll change. Whatever axes you want, so X, Y, Z, or all of them, and then you just move this one up and down the thumbstick.
Alright, so...
It's like balloon animals.
Yeah.
You see it's
That's how you connect it with real life?
Yep, and then you can let it go and then grab the other object.
Well, like in your most recent real life frame.
Oh, I should make a penguin. Why does the color keep disappearing when I go down?
Like an emperor.
Like starting from here and then going there.
I mean, his beak, it should be orange.
So
We have a lot of room.
Make some F's to be on.
Later, kids.
Alright, bye.
I think that it was at a point where nothing like broke or exploded. Like they were able to grasp it, you know, on a basic level. I just have to improve the UI and stuff a bit, you know. That was fantastic. So, the moral of this film is that it doesn't matter what you know currently. We just built a VR app in 3 days. We knew nothing about this hardware. Like, we just bought it and took it apart and made a little app. Like, you can do anything you want. That's the moral of the story. Hopefully it's a testament to it. I don't know. This project was great. I want to do it again next week.
Thousands of developers find jobs across Europe using Honeypot. If you're up for a new challenge in one of these European cities, sign up at honeypot.io. If you want to see more tech documentaries, then subscribe so you don't miss the next one.